All right, y'all, what's poppin'? Welcome back to another Powerstroke video. We are continuing the more lift on the blue truck today. So the rear is done, which you guys will see in a video that's already out. Long travel leafs, PMF, 7-inch. Front, we're going 8.5 inches. So we got, in the queue over here, we got some new Icon coils, alien silver powder coated, and we got an 1.5 inch PMF BMC spacer. So yeah, so what we're gonna show you is jacking everything up, and essentially we got to adjust the 4-link arms. We gotta adjust the track bar. We gotta adjust the drag link. We're gonna drop that stuff. It's not gonna be too bad. We're gonna put the upgraded extended brake lines, banana clip brake lines on the front. We're probably gonna get it jacked up here, get the wheels off, do the brake lines first, kind of like we didn't start in the rear first with the brake lines, so just so we can extend the axle down, but that's what we're getting after. So it's like a sore dick, can't beat it. Hit that subscribe button, help the boy out. Let's get it, y'all. Oh, y'all, this is why driveway built sucks. And unfortunately, it can't fit in the garage. So here we are. We got a little rain delay. What you saw in the time lapse was I got 2 jacks under the axle. I got the 2 jack stands at the frame point right here. So right now the truck's sitting on the jack stands, and then I got the jack supporting the axle dropped down a little bit. So I already started taking off ABS line and the brake line. You got 8mm and a 10mm on both sides. So that's kind of where we left off here for a little bit. So we got a little buffer now. So just gonna wait it out, I guess. Damn. Foot. So guys, the rain is finally away and the sunshine is on our side here. So what we're going to continue with is, again, you guys should know all this already. You got your 8mm down here, in there, 10mm there. We're taking the shocks off. What you saw me do is I cracked the jam nuts loose on the track bar and the drag link, since they will both need adjusted. So I'd rather do that now while they're tight. I am putting different sway bar drop brackets on from PMF. So we're gonna drop the sway bar, we're gonna drop the track bar, possibly the drag link, we'll see how it looks, and then coils, and then spacer. I mean, you guys know all that already. Take your shocks off. So I'll just run some time lapses here, but what we're gonna do first, I think I'm gonna do these brake lines. I'm gonna do these first. So we'll replace these right now. We'll show you doing that. Look at this shit, man. Powerstroke and Rick's getting a little wet, you know what I'm saying? Also, guys, I just want to make note that technically this is a 6-inch FabTech coils with a 1-inch spacer, so it should be 7 in the front and then 7 long travel PMF in the rear. We're now going to 8.5 PMF up front with the Icon coils. So this truck will be a full, essentially an 8.5 inch PMF lift kit. So yeah, just wanted to run that by you as well. track bar, 30 millimeter. So we'll drop that down. You know, we'll do all that fun stuff here shortly. All right guys, so the sway bar, I got this drop down right now. I'm replacing these drop brackets with the PMF ones. So you got two 15 millimeters on each side of the frame. So obviously this needs to come down anyway. So when you're dropping the axle down, take the coils out. So I'm gonna swap these brackets over real quick and get them dialed in. All right guys, so I got the PMF sway bar drop brackets on both sides. Got them all zipped up, blue Loctite on them. So what you're seeing now is we're going to do the PMF brake line extensions first before we get any crazier. So long story short, we're gonna do both lines on each side. We're gonna bleed the brakes on each side, and we're gonna drop the track bar, and we're gonna drop probably the drag link. And then you're gonna watch us pull these coils out and put the new ones in with the spacers. So again, got a towel out, got a pan. All we're doing with these lines is 11 millimeter line wrench right here. We're gonna crack this off with this clip, and this part is going out down to the caliper side. You got a 14 millimeter right there. You got two new washers. You got a clip for right there that's brand new. And yeah, we'll dial her in. We'll try and get done as speedy as we can since we don't want too much brake fluid come out. We're gonna pop the hood, check the reservoir, make sure we're full. Make sure you don't drain that master cylinder all the way out. And yeah, we're gonna do both sides. So start on that side first. Alrighty y'all, so the brake lines are done. Got that snug right there, that's snug. Everything's all dialed in. We are going to, now we're gonna bleed the brakes. So I got that topped off. We got this guy over here, looking pretty good. So I want to get these brake lines done first, then we'll continue to drop everything down, so dialed in. Guys, we're bleeding the brakes right here. I want to crack this again. Tighten it. Crack it loose again. Brakes are bled. Brake lines, you saw them being done. So now we're to the final parts, just taking the coil and the spacer out. So we're going to get that 30 millimeter track bar right there, and I think we're gonna drop the drag link as well. So, and then we're just gonna slowly drop the truck down, and honestly, these rotors are probably gonna be sitting on the concrete, so we'll have to figure that out when we get there, but yeah. Alright guys, track bar is out, 30 millimeter on both sides. Drag link's out. Also, what's up with that? I don't think that's supposed to separate. We're gonna have to address that when we get there. But anyway, we should be good to drop everything down completely. So say a prayer, hopefully we can get these coils out. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so there it is. Coils are out. I'm gonna take my 1-inch BMC spacer off right here on the bottom. We're gonna put the 1.5-inch one on, and we're gonna slap the new coils back in. So we'll get her going. I mean, driveway built. If you guys wanna know if you could do it, you can do it, maybe. We're not done yet. We got the Legos though. So yeah. All right, guys, here we are again. And we have the 1.5-inch spacers are mounted on both sides, so they're a 1/2 inch bigger than the other BMC spacer I had from PMF. Got blue Loctite on the new hardware, torqued down with teeny and tiny ugga-duggas. So we're gonna slap the coil in, and we're gonna put another 1/4-inch spacer on that side to see if I can address that little lean I got, because it really bothers me. So it's like a sore dick, can't beat it. Hit that subscribe button. What up, little man? So here we go, guys. 1.5-inch spacer, like I said, 7-inch Icon coils. And then this side, I got a 1/4-inch PMF spacer up top to try and address this driver's side lean issue a little bit. So you could stack up to 1-inch of those. I don't really trust that, but they say you can. So I'm only putting a 1/4 in there and see if I'm happy with the results. So now's the fun part. Getting everything back up there, and we're gonna have to adjust everything and whatnot. So we'll have to adjust the 4-link arms too. So we left off, but coils are in, spacers in. I have the drag link back attached to the pitman arm. Sway bar brackets are up there, but they're not tight and they're just loose. Still got to put the track bar in and adjust it. And now what we're doing is the fun part, which is adjusting the 4-link. So we want to get the 4-link adjusted, we want to get the drag link adjusted, and we want to get the track bar adjusted. So the 4-link, top we want to be at 34 15/16 for an 8.5-inch lift application. The bottom we're going to want to be at 43 13/16. The printout I have from Trevor from PMF would be 43 11/16, but they say to add an 1/8 inch up to a 1/4 inch on the bottom so you can get 4 to 4.5 inch back spacing for the caster. So that's what we're going to do now. I think we're going to take them off back on this side, and we're going to adjust them out, and we're going to try and shift the axle this way just a little bit. I'm not off by much. I'm like 35.5, and I'm like 43.5 right now. So we're almost there. We don't want that slinky, you know, we want that straight coil spring. So we'll see what we're working with. Tyler, you mad?
Tyler's mad, he's gotta get his pump on. Yeah,
He's mad, he's gonna get his pump on. All right, y'all. So the 4-link, that's what we're doing here. I got this little gusset or whatever you call it on this side now since I had it flipped, but I'm just taking one side out at a time, kicking the axle over, setting the measurements up on the bottom and the top to make sure this coil's straight. And then we'll just worry about the drag link and the track bar after this. So my phone is dying, so I'm gonna have to charge it for a little bit, and then we'll film more on the other side. Guys, so we're running out of daylight here. What we're doing now is we're adjusting the 4-link. So to the measurements, like I said, that they gave me. I'm working on the other side right now. And make sure you keep it still. Make sure that spring's not compressed all the way because it's to move the axle freely. But this is where we're probably gonna leave off today. And once we get the 4-link adjusted, we'll just have to worry about centering the axle and the drag link and then basically putting everything back together. So thanks for watching this part today. It's like a sore Johnson, can't beat it. Tune in for the next part. Yeah. Might not film the rest of the 4-link, so if they're done, you guys get the gist here of what I'm doing. I'll show you.